Yo, what up? Go right into this shit. Now, you know, it is what it is. Ibfp, his fans, his audience is basically mine's. You know, his flunkies, his so-called followers. I know for a fact, after what happened today, salute was good. I know for a fact, those guys are Solidus-T fans. There's no disputing that. I know for a fact. You know, that's obvious because it's, in my opinion, it's strange because it's like these guys claim I don't know boxing. They talking all this bullshit. They calling names, talking crazy, right? All because I don't want to dick ride no Mexican fighters, or I don't want to, or I'm honest about Canelo, because that's all this is, right? It all stems from that. The thing that's weird is they're saying all this bullshit, right? It's easy to talk shit on the internet, so I get that. The thing is, they actually watch my content and pay attention to everything I do, but they're claiming they don't like me. They say I don't know boxing, right? But their actions say otherwise. Now I know for a fact now that these guys are Solidus-T fans. Regardless of what they're saying, and regardless of the shit they're talking, you dig? It's all cap anyways. Those guys are fans. Those guys are Solidus-T fans. It don't matter how much negative shit they say. It don't even matter. At this point, it don't even matter. Those guys are fans of the Ice God. They fuck with the Ice God. You get what I'm saying? For those that don't know, I decided, right, to click the link on I saw he was live today. I read the title. They doing that again. I told you guys, Ibfp lacks creativity. He don't really got nothing to talk about. He either sucks Canelo's dick, him and his followers, or they find fighters they don't like and they go out their way to find any little reason to discredit him. That's pretty much all he does. He doesn't really have no creativity to really chop it up about boxing. I think you all know that. So I saw he was live. I saw the title. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna click the link. I'm finna talk about this shit. I clicked the link. My timing was bad because my battery was low. I only had like 22% and the shit would burn through real quick. So I'm like, shit, I can't even be on here like that. So I said I'll, do like a little 5 to 7 minutes, and that's what I did, right? So they're saying David Benavidez is ducking Ja Apataya. Now, we all know they're only saying that because they don't like David Benavidez. Because for those that also don't know this, that's a pro Canelo channel. Those guys love Canelo. They stay on Canelo's dick. If Canelo had herpes, they would still suck Canelo's dick. That's how much they like Canelo. We all know that, right? That's a pro Canelo channel. Canelo's God to them. He's their ruler. They love that nigga. He can't do no wrong. So David Benavidez is a Canelo op. He's an op of Canelo, even though they never fought, but he's an op. So, of course, he's going to be like, oh, they're going to say anti-Benavidez shit. But the thing is, they're only saying that stupid shit because they don't like Benavidez. The nigga Benavidez, he never said he wouldn't fight Apataya. All he said was he would go to cruiserweight. Let me test cruiserweight. Let me get wet at the division. Then I'll fight him. That's not duck talk. But they're spinning it and they're flipping it to say David Benavidez is a duck, all because they don't like him because he's a threat to Canelo. That's how far these guys' fandom go. You dig? And it's hard to respect that as a true boxing fan. See, that's the problem with them IBFP niggas. That's why it was so easy for me to beef with them. Those guys are not authentic. They're not authentic. Those are not real boxing fans. Those dudes is weirdos and groupies. And then, judging by the homosexual rhetoric they say to each other, those guys are gay. And we don't fuck with gay shit over here. But the thing about the gay shit, I'm not gay or bisexual. Everybody knows that. But this is going to sound weird. I got men on my dick from the IBFP page. And I'm not even now, again, I'm not like that, y'all. Y'all already know that. I ain't got to keep saying that. But I got grown men on my dick. Them IBFP niggas on my dick. Talking all that bullshit about me, but yet these faggot ass, bitch ass motherfuckers, they sit and listen to my content. They're listening right now. Whether they're listening live, they're going to listen to the playback. You dig? They listen to my shit, but then talk crazy. So these guys are fans. These guys are fans, bro. For real. IBFP's audience are Solidus-T fans. When I talk, they listen, regardless of the disrespect they want to throw at me. They're all capping anyways. It's nothing. Like I said, that nigga ain't ducking Apataya. That nigga said, I'll fight him, but let me get my feet wet at the division. That's so many. Then I asked, for those that did listen, when I was talking to him, they kept bringing up old shit from like 2019 and 2020 about what David Benavidez didn't do in his past. Nigga, that shit don't matter. That shit is null and void. We're talking about right now. As of right now, he said, I'll fight him, but let me get used to the weight first. That's not duck talk. It's not like he said, oh, I'll never fight him. Now, if he would have said, let's say David Benavidez would have said, let's say he would have said, oh, I'll never fight Apataya. He's too dangerous of a fighter. He's a good fighter. He is a good fighter. That's cool. Giving fighters credit. I mean, their hero, Canelo, said Tank is a top 5 fighter. Do I have to pull the interview where Canelo said that Tank's one of his favorite fighters? Canelo actually said that about Tank Davis, the guy that they hate, right? So fighters compliment other fighters all the time. So that's nothing. But he never said he wouldn't fight him. He never said he was scared of him. He never said shit like that. He said, I'll fight him, but let me just get used to the weight class first. That's sensible. And then when you look at the history of boxing, most fighters do that. They don't just move up to a weight class and fight the top guy right off the top. Most fighters don't do that. There are some fighters that have done that, but most fighters have not done that. Usyk didn't do that. Let's use Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk is an all-time great, in my opinion, one of the best heavyweights, from what he's done. I would say great fighter, right? Elite level fighter. When he went from cruiserweight to heavyweight, did he fight a top guy right off the bat? Regardless if he said anything or not. When he first moved to heavyweight, did he fight a top guy right off the bat? No. He fought guys that were in the weight class, got used to fighting at heavyweight, then later down the road, then he fought a top guy. So that proves my point. That's what most fighters do. They don't just go to a new weight class and fight the top guy right off the bat. Very few fighters do that. Sugar Ray Leonard did it. Okay. Sugar Ray Leonard did it. For those that don't know about the Sugar Ray Leonard, when he fought Marvin Hagler in 1987, Sugar Ray Leonard hadn't fought since 1984. That's 3 years. And he came out of retirement, moved up in weight to fight Hagler. Okay, that's one. Shit. Just as recent, Terrence Crawford did it. Terrence Crawford ain't fought in a year. And his first fight at 168 was the so-called best fighter at the weight class. So, yeah, very few fighters do that. But throughout the history of boxing, most fighters don't do that. They typically fight guys in the division first, warm up to that. Then they fuck around and say, I'm going to fight the top guy. That's not ducking. They're calling this man, David Benavidez, a duck for that. But again, you IBFP niggas are not authentic. Y'all just a bunch of hating ass. You calling me a race fan. You're saying I'm racist. I said it the other day. I'm going to say this shit again. Nobody is more of a race fan than Mexican fans. We all know this. It's not debatable. You're wasting your time arguing about that shit, bro. Everybody knows Mexicans, they ride with their people more than any other fan does. Nobody's more of a race fan than Mexicans. It's ridiculous somebody that's Mexican would say that. It's laughable. That's cap, bro. You dig? Canelo ducked Benavidez for years. You guys know that, but since you love Canelo, you don't want to say that. Bitch shit. Like I said, you IBFP niggas are not authentic. You're all on Solidus-T's dick. I come on the panel for 5 minutes. You niggas is hyped up. You niggas is geeked up just to talk shit to me. You niggas act like a dog that's excited to see their owner. That's how the motherfuckers act when I came on the panel. For those that actually listened, when I was on the panel for the short time I was on there, them niggas was acting like dogs that was excited to see their owner. All on my dick. Want to say bullshit to me on the panel. Arguing them same old Them same ass, weak ass talking points. We were arguing about this shit last summer. Last summer, back in like June, July, same old bullshit they were saying about Benavidez then, they're saying this shit now. Same weak ass shit. Shit lame as hell, bro. Same shit. Niggas ain't talking about nothing, bro. He was like that stupid shit Park Streets was saying. He was saying that same shit last year. I'm talking about 2026, the interview with Benavidez said about Apataya. He's bringing up shit from 7 years ago. And somehow that holds weight. You dig? But Canelo's not a duck. But he clearly avoided fighting Benavidez. That's considered a duck. They don't want to call Loma a duck. He had a chance to fight Shakur for vacant belts. He didn't take the fight, right? They don't want to call him a duck. But they'll call somebody they don't like a duck. You see? These niggas is biased. They be on that race fan bullshit. They're not authentic. These are not authentic boxing fans. Straight up. Yeah, Solidus, they watch your stuff. IBFP watched your video and it's talking crazy right now. Yeah, I told you, IBFP is a Solidus-T fan. Those guys are fans, bro. Don't get fooled by the negative bullshit they say. Those guys are fans. They look forward to what I'm going to say. They like my shit. Those guys are fans, bro. I told them stupid ass niggas, hey, I only got like 5 to 7 minutes. My phone about to die. I'm low, so I can't be on here like that. They want me to stay on the live with them. Niggas is fans, bro. So I'm just going to embrace the IBFP audience. They're fans. All that hating ass negative shit, man, that shit is cap. Ain't nobody mad about that. You niggas is fans. Most of the motherfuckers probably subscribe to my channel. Wouldn't be surprised at all if I found that out. You guys is fans. They're listening right now. They're listening right now. Very strange. Solidus, you just got to ignore Park Street's Clavo Supreme. Forget them. IBF Nuke just uses them as pawns so he can cherry pick when to speak. That's true. That's true. That's a fact. Because the thing about Park Streets, I said this before, Park Streets, he probably ain't even gonna listen to this shit, but somebody will probably tell him, or one of the IBF people will hear this. They only rock with you because you be dick riding them Mexican fighters, bro. Let's just keep it real. Yeah, you saw what happened when you tried to get on your pro-black shit, or not necessarily pro-black shit, but when you try to like talk more in line with like bigging up black fighters, you saw what happened when you did that. They were coming at you. So that's the only reason why they riding with you, bro, because you be acting like the Mexicans. You trying to say, you be saying shit they want to hear. That's all it is. You know, same thing with Steel Mills. Because Steel Mills, he comes off like a follower. You dig? And I think they like him because of that. Like I said, them dudes is not authentic, bro. Because like I said, I'm talking about what Benavidez recently said. You're bringing up shit that happened in the past. All that shit is null and void, bro. Benavidez's career has progressed very nicely. He's won belts. He won a belt. He got the belt at 175. They're saying that he ducked Bivol when clearly Bivol had an injury and he couldn't fight. They said that he ducked Bivol despite the actual information that Dimitri Bivol was unable to fight due to an injury and he had to like take some time off. That's why that fight didn't happen. They know this, but they said Benavidez ducked Bivol. Does that sound like an authentic boxing fan to you? Anybody in the chat that's aware of these IBFP clowns, what I just said, does that sound like an authentic boxing fan that would say some shit like that, given the information that's out there? See, that's the problem with this IBFP niggas. They're not see, IBFP is confused. He needs to be educated. He doesn't understand. You can't say bullshit like that, bro, and just lie like that. Bro, there's information that people can pull up to see that you're lying. You dig? Like, stop capping, bro. Just like when you said, remember when that goofy ass nigga IBF said, he said that somebody said that Canelo won the first 4 rounds of the fight with Bivol. Anybody with fucking eyes that has a boxing eye specifically can see he did not win the first 4 rounds against no damn Dimitri Bivol. Do y'all watch boxing or do y'all be on your phone when the fight's on? And then you can look up. That's not even what the official scorecard said. The official scorecard of the Bivol versus Canelo fight did not have Bivol down 4-0 after 4 rounds. But what does IBFP goofy ass says? He says that's how the fight was scored. And then again, you guys claim you know boxing. Y'all watched that fight. Did it look like Canelo was beating Bivol 4-0 the first 4 rounds? No. These niggas is liars, bro. My IBFP dudes, they think they can just lie to you and say some bullshit. Bro, we got information. We can pull up shit. You niggas is liars, bro. Y'all some dick riders. All y'all do is dick ride Latino fighters, sucking them Latino fighters' dick because you're Latino fighters yourself. Like I said, simply by acknowledging that through the history of boxing, black fighters have been better and to this day are still better than Latino fighters, that is a fact. Everybody knows it. That does not mean I'm anti-Latino. I'm just acknowledging the truth. That's all. Everybody know that shit, bro. The truth is, a lot of you Mexicans is jealous because y'all don't got swag like the blacks. So because of that, you're talking down. You get mad when you find out a Mexican girl is sucking a black dude's dick. You're jealous about that. Let's just keep it real. A lot of you niggas is suckers, bro. Talking all that bullshit. We keep it 100 over here. Shout out to the real Mexicans. Because in my IBFP, them ain't real Mexicans over there. They some fake Mexicans. And don't fall for the rage acts. They just want you to get mad solid so they won't get pushed back on the ish they push. No, trust me, they don't want you on. Exactly. That's a fact. He made a lot of money off me with them gay ass super chats. People writing homosexual stuff in the super chats, paying him to do that. He actually owed me a cut out of that shit. Super excited. Every time I was on the panel for 5 minutes, bro, them niggas was acting like a dog that was happy to see their owner after being on vacation. That's how they was acting. All on my dick. Like, god damn, bro. Trying to rage bait me with little weak ass insults. Fat Mexican dudes talking crazy on the internet. The fuck? Exactly. Don't even be talking about boxing. All they do is hate on niggas they don't like. And then like for the next damn near hour, it's just a bunch of grown men saying gay jokes to each other. You got guys like Knockout Laugh. 19G. He actually respects that. He respects that. He actually likes a panel of grown men saying homosexual stuff to each other. He actually enjoys that. He actually likes these IBFP guys. He's cool with that. You know what I'm saying? He talking about why did you come back after charging your phone? Not gonna lie, that's bitch shit. Trying to rage bait me. Went on there and pressed them goofies. And then their response is, I said what I said about Benavidez. Their response is to bring us some old shit about Benavidez. I'm going to ask anybody in the comment section who's a real authentic boxing fan, how can you respect that? I'll wait. If the Apataya fight did get made with Benavidez, IBF Nuke is going to be too scared to say he rooting for Apataya. Like when the Morrell fight got made. I know he's not authentic, bro. He's not authentic. Fat Mexican dudes. That's a fact. I don't know why you always talking to the Mexicans. They are anti-black, bro. Facts. You ain't capping, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You're right, and I 1000% agree with you. It is kind of silly on my part that I do that. You're right, because I'm telling you, bro, they trying to fool everybody into thinking that they're not like that when they are. Mexican boxing fans are the biggest race fans. They hate on black fighters because I believe it's jealousy. Because they know black fighters are the best. They know black fighters got the swag. We just gonna keep it real. So they hate on that. You dig? Just like the Crawford shit. Everybody knows Crawford is a great fighter and had a great career. But what do Mexican fans say? They discredit that and tear it down because he beat their Canelo. That's bitch shit right there. That's not real. Real boxing fans don't do that. Real boxing fans salute, they give credit where it's due, and they keep it moving. That's what real boxing fans do. These niggas ain't real boxing fans. These niggas are not real boxing fans at all. They're not real boxing fans. That's what I'm telling you right now. That's what the real Mexican fans that ain't on that anti-black shit. When Canelo lost to Crawford, they saluted Crawford, gave his credit, and kept it moving. They ain't crying like bitches. They're not doing that shit that goofy ass Ibfp doing a million videos crying, trying to get back to Canelo fans. They ain't doing no hoe ass shit like that. They keeping that shit real. They saying, nah, Crawford won. He was a better fighter. It is what it is. Them IBFP dudes, they ain't real fans. They're not real boxing fans, bro. They're just here to support Mexicans. They don't even care the black fighters better. None of that shit. They don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. They're not real fans. They're not authentic. It's either that or they're saying gay shit to each other. That's all they do on that panel. Niggas like round 105 saying homosexual shit, laughing and shit. The fuck is wrong with him? Fuck out of here with that silly shit, bro. See? You heard what he said? You heard what he wrote? You came up with the Canelo clown profile pic. See? That bothered him. That bothered him. See? Now, this is the same panel that allegedly used my face for no reason on some gay shit. I bet you the knockout laughs, he probably didn't see nothing wrong with that. Told you. Hypocrite, fake, not authentic. Exactly. He left you guys. Now he's pandering back to y'all guys to get y'all back. Fake, bro. Y'all let this whole ass nigga IBF say all this bullshit. Y'all be co-signing that shit, bro. Because you guys saw what happened when IBFP was talking the truth about Canelo. You saw what happened when he kept it real and said Canelo's a B-level fighter. All the Mexicans got mad. The Mexicans on that channel, they all got mad and threw a hissy fit. They were mad. But he was telling the truth. He is B-level. He's not this all-time skilled fighter like y'all want to make him out to believe. He's not. And when he said that, what happened? All the Mexicans on that channel got mad at him. He lost subscribers. I told you, when you tell the truth on there, you get hated. They hate me, or allegedly, because I tell the truth. That's why they don't like me. Everything I say is facts. I told them niggas all last year, Canelo has fundamental flaws. He's not as skilled as some other guys. And this shit was proven true. I tell the truth, and they hate me for that. But turns out these guys are actually fans. These niggas are so much fans, they actually critique how I look in the face like women do. That's how much of fans these guys are. Strange, ain't it? They literally critique how I look in the face. I'm thinking only women do that. Turns out men do that too. Knockout laughs, likes hearing men yell and make gay jokes. Facts, because that's all they do over there. They talk boxing for like 15 minutes. Then the rest of the live, faggots like Clavo, faggots like Round 105, faggots like Real Talk Combat, all saying faggot shit to each other. The whole panel live, the whole live. That's what it is. And niggas like Knockout laughs like listening to that shit. He looks forward to that. KYS. We praise Boots in his bro AJ, they are not black. I ain't never in my life heard no faggot ass, bitch ass Round 105 say no shit like that. Round 105, the biggest Canelo D rider. Nah, the biggest Canelo dick sucker. Hey, I heard you that while ago. I think it was a month ago, round 105. I heard your little goofy ass. You said, I heard your bitch ass. You said you thought Canelo won more than four or five rounds. Yeah, you ain't got no boxing eye. You ain't you don't have no boxing eye. That was like a month ago. One of my last few lives I was on. I heard you say that bullshit. So you ain't got no boxing eye. Sure, but whatever helps you sleep at night. Round 105, your fat ass probably got sleep apnea. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You laugh too, Solidus-T. It didn't bother me. Round 105, I'll cash app you $300. No cap. If you can prove to me I co-signed Tank beating women, or I said I don't. If you said I defended Tank beating women, right? You said I defended him about beating women. If you can prove that, I'll cash up you $300 free money. Because you know I never said that, but you're saying in the chat that I said that, or I defended him. And then you said something about not liking women. Again, if you actually watch what I say, you would know that's cap. But again, you just go off your master IBFP. You're not in the loop. You know, you're here to cause confusion. If you can show evidence and proof that I said, or I'm defending Tank beating women, I will cash app you $300. You got me confused with somebody else. Redirect that. Knockout last. Before the Canelo Crawford fight, IBFP was the biggest Canelo meat rider. Then when Crawford won, IBFP started talking ish to Canelo fans and people unsubscribed. Facts. It's not authentic. Exactly. But I actually appreciated when he kept it real about Canelo, because he was being honest. Canelo is a B-level fighter. Nigga, he ain't more skilled than them top dudes. Y'all know that. He kept it real. I actually appreciated that, right? What threw me off was, why are all these Mexican fans mad? I thought y'all were real boxing fans. If you're a real boxing fan, you should have knew that. Y'all just gonna ride with Canelo because he's a fellow Mexican? Y'all supposed to be honest. Like, let me tell y'all something, since y'all want to say this bullshit that I'm a race fan. Y'all know Deontay Wilder? I think Deontay Wilder got the right hand that would knock you out, but he can't box for real. If he makes a Hall of Fame, I would be very surprised. See? You see how I'm being honest about a black fighter and I'm black? You Mexican fans can't do that because y'all not real. Y'all not authentic. Y'all just race fans. Y'all not real fans. Yeah, they just gotta these comments that Knockout Laugh and Round 105 is making, it's all save face type comments. Saving face type of comments. He said, I don't know shit about boxing. Every time I was on the live with you, you never said nothing significant about boxing. You was just basically on there trolling, saying gay jokes. You know, hey, Round 105, you know boxing? You're a boxing expert? Why do I doubt that? I think you're a gay jokes expert. Because that's all I hear you talk about. I ain't never heard you. I'm going to keep it real. I ain't never heard you say nothing significant about boxing. And I'm just going to be honest with you. And I'm not even saying that to diss you, to be honest. Never. I've been on the panel with you before. If you ain't talking about Canelo, I never heard you say anything about boxing that's significant. I'm just going to be real. And that's facts. Even IBFP knows you a clown. You like one of his favorite motherfuckers to crack jokes on. Everybody be laughing at your stupid ass. So, you a clown, bro. And why are you on my chat if I don't know boxing? I'm talking about boxing. I don't know boxing, right? Shouldn't you be logging off? Strange behavior. But again, you IBFP guys are Solidus-T fans. So I make new fans every day. And unbiased Mexican is rare. Most of them are race fans or just root against the Negro. That's literally their culture in sports. That's true. I've met some Mexicans that ain't like that, but your statement is true, though, because that's pretty much all it is. Because every time a black fighter loses, Mexicans celebrate. I don't even watch IBFP as much as you. That's cap. Because if that was true, you wouldn't be up here going back and forth with me about over him. Because I'm dissing IBFP, and you're on here defending him. You wouldn't do that if that wasn't true. So that's cap. You said, I respect BDA boxing more. He not a flip-flopper. There's truth to that. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't like BDA, but I will admit, he's not, he say a lot of bullshit, but I'm going to be real. He's a little bit more thorough than IBFP. I will be honest about that. He be on bullshit too, but he keeps it real more than IBFP. I will say that. 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 Yeah, that's a fact. IBFP is panel is trolled. It's a troll. It's a troll boxing channel. It's trolling. That's a fact. That's definitely fact. Like I said, those guys are fans, bro. It just is what it is. Round 105 being here proves that they want your attention and want you to hop on the panel to argue. That's a fact. Like I said, I'm just embracing the IBFP audience. They're Solidus-T fans. I'm just going to embrace that shit. Those guys are fans. I'm no longer going to get mad when they talk shit and call me out my name anymore. That shit is capping. Those guys are fans. Those guys are fans. They watch my shit. They pay attention to everything I do. Fans. Straight up. Gotta embrace them. He said, why you run away like a coward? Shit is crazy. The thing about that is, I'm pretty sure you heard why I couldn't stay that long, and you still say I ran like a coward. Why do you talk so much about IBFP? A little bit of trolls. Can you answer this question? Why didn't you come back after charging your phone? I said the other day that those guys, first of all, I don't want to be on the panel with men saying gay shit to each other. Every time I'm on the panel, that happens. I like to avoid that. And secondly, like I said in my other live that I'm pretty sure you guys heard, I do not like or respect most of the panel members over there. There's a few dudes I might be tolerant to, but most of the dudes I don't like or respect. Round 105 is one of them. I have no interest at all when it comes to boxing to hear him talk about boxing. At all. Because I know he don't know what he's talking about, and I know he's full of shit. And I feel that way about most of them dudes. So today, I said I'm going to do like 5 to 7 minutes, and then I got a good excuse because my phone's about to die. So I said, I'll do that, but I ain't finna be over there sitting there with them clowns. That's what that is. That makes sense to me, but you guys is idiots, though, so you're probably going to spin it a different way. You said it as an excuse to run away. You said, So apparently these guys know what I'm doing on the other side. Damn, you guys is, man, you IBFP guys are really on my dick. Like, this shit is serious. This motherfucker talking like he knows what I'm actually doing. As far as Canelo go, I've done at least 22 or 23 different lives arguing about that fuck ass nigga about Canelo. So I gave y'all enough content on his panel about Canelo, and y'all still want me to do more Canelo stuff. You guys are fucking weirdos. You IBFP dudes, fucking weirdos. You said, why do you spend so much time talking about them? Actually, I don't. And secondly, the reason why I did this video is because when I was on there today, I realized these guys are fans. They low-key like me. They just talking shit. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do this video just for fun because I know these bitch-ass IBFP dudes is going to listen. That's why I'm doing this video, to be honest with you, because I could be talking about something else, right? I've been doing that, right? If you've been looking at my content. I'm doing this video because I know they're going to listen to this shit. Regardless of how they feel or what they're saying, because I feel they like me and they're fans. They're going to listen to this, whether they're on the live or they're going to listen to the run back. They're going to listen to it. So I said, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to do a video and I'm like damn near 40 minutes long and I'm going to talk shit to these niggas. That's what I'm going to do. They're going to listen to it. Might even get in the chat. The whole nine. So I said, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to do this shit. And let these niggas listen. Since these guys is fans, we Gucci. Gotta embrace the fans. Gotta embrace the fans. That's why I'm doing this shit. This nigga IBFP listening to my shit. Niggas saying I don't know boxing. But when I go live, they listening. They listening to my run backs. Gotta embrace the fans. All them damn videos I did where I didn't mention his name and you get up here and say I talk about him all the time. Niggas is crazy. Solidus, trust me, they don't really want you on. They trying to scare you and troll you so you won't go on the panel and give them pushback. Yeah. Still Mills said, come off like a follower. Nigga, what is you talking about? You special, kind of dumb. Dog, you come off like emotionally attached, attention seeking. I don't know why you keep taking shots. I said the same thing about them dudes in the IBFP. Because you and them IBFP niggas, y'all the real special kind of dumb. Now, Still Mills, since you said that, I'm gonna go ahead and get on your case. Since you said that, I'm gonna go ahead and just get at you real quick. So you said special kind of dumb. Now, you try to come off like a nigga that got sense, right? But you say a lot of shit that don't make sense. And then you got a wife and kids from what I understand, right? Not that I give a fuck about that, but you do. I'm just saying that because you're always on live with your fucking child in your hands. The thing is, you saying special kind of dumb, but yet you enjoy being on the panel with grown men saying gay shit to each other. That's suspect. A lot of niggas that's married are down low. I'm not saying you are, but you get what I'm saying. Then y'all argue about the same shit over and over again every single live. Like you've already heard that that shit. And you keep arguing about it. You want to argue with Mirage. You want to argue with whoever else. And it's the same shit over and over and over again. Benavidez didn't do this. He didn't do that. Last summer when I was on the panel with you, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's the same shit over and over again. And you entertain that and you're cool with that. But you call somebody else a special kind of dumb. I think you capping with that statement. I think your black ass is a special kind of dumb. You dig? Because what type of nigga in his right mind wants to hear that shit over and over again? You dig? Like let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, Still Mills. You literally click the link and you listen to niggas say gay shit to each other. You laugh with that shit, right? Then you literally argue about Benavidez over and over again. You say the same stupid shit over and over again. Oh, Benavidez didn't do that. Anthony Yard's a better counterpuncher. He's not what you guys think. You said that shit like, no exaggeration, probably close to like at least 2,000 times. And you still saying that shit over and over again on every single live. You probably was saying, because I didn't listen to the rest of the live, you probably was saying that shit again today. Same old bullshit over and over and over again about a boxer that is having a successful career. Over and over again. Right? You ain't really talking about nothing else. Over and over again. That's literally all you be talking about on that panel. You're cool with that. To me, that is a special kind of dumb. So I think you out of line for saying that. And I think your goofy ass, you just in the wrong. Like that classic Notorious B.I.G. song. You dead wrong. You dead wrong. You dig? I don't know what's up with you, bro. I don't know if you smoke. You probably high right now. I don't know, but you saying like nigga, you incorrect, bro. You the special kind of dumb. You the one acting like a thought. Going on this panel, sitting there like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Like if you don't get your monkey ass or your raggedy teddy bear looking ass on somewhere with that bullshit, nigga, is you serious? Fuck out of here with that stupid ass shit. And I told you, goofy ass niggas, I see his thumbnails and I read his titles. I don't click on his video because I've heard enough bullshit from Ibfp. You dig? I don't watch his shit. Why don't you niggas spy on me since y'all on my dick? Why don't you niggas spy on me? And then you'll see, oh, he really don't be watching this shit. And to be honest with you, I'm this close to clicking the fucking do not recommend on my motherfucking YouTube so his videos don't come up. I'm this close to doing that shit. That's the same shit that CDA guys. That bullshit don't come up no more. I'm this close to doing that to IBFP shit because I know he's talking bullshit. Like the other day, I saw the thumbnail. Canelo gets so much hate. Nigga, you still talking that stupid ass shit about Canelo? God damn, bro. IBFP, do your fucking jaws hurt from sucking that man's dick? Start calling that nigga IBFP Jaw Morant. Not Ja Morant, because I know you ain't got game. I'm gonna start calling that nigga Jaw Morant. Oh, this weirdo shit, bro. So yeah, man. So Steel Mills, get your ass out of here. You ain't got no business over here. He said, do you hang out with Ashley in garage on your free time? Do you hang out with dick suckers like IBFP on your free time? Do you? That's a serious question. Do you hang out with men that like to meet ride other men in your free time? Bro, there's only 7 people on this live, bro. So who are these people you talking about? Like I said, Steel Mills, you a fucking weirdo. You literally enjoy going on a panel where men say gay shit to each other, and you literally argue about the same shit over and over again with the same people. You are a special kind of dumb, and you're a fucking weirdo. I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. You got nothing to say, bro. Like, you blank. You blank. You blanked. Yeah, I know it's funny. would laugh too. Anyways, these guys is fucking weirdos. So yeah, man. Judging by the behavior I witnessed today, IBFP guys are fans. They're going to listen to this when I'm done recording the playback. They're going to listen to my next video and my next video and my next video. And they're going to listen. And we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Like I said, embrace the fans. Even if some of the fans are a bunch of fucking faggots and losers, still going to embrace them. We still going to embrace them. Shout out to the real fans, but you IBFP fans, well, whatever. We know what you guys are. You heard what he said, right? You listen to this. He said, "Take that glizzy out your throat, dog." What does that sound like? Who does that sound like? Who would say something like that? Where did he get the glizzy from? The glizzy joke. It sounds familiar, don't it? Remember what I said when I said Steel Mills comes off like a follower? Remember what I said about Steel Mills coming off like a follower? The glizzy joke? Who did you first hear saying the glizzy joke? Now you got Steel Mills in the comment section saying that. Where did he get that from? See, I told you, niggas is followers. You said I never responded. You said I never responded to Clavo. He exposed me. He said Clavo exposed me. What did he expose? Everybody telling me that they didn't think I said nothing racist. They just said the ICE joke was out of line. So what did I say that was racist? But that's what everybody say. But the thing about the ICE shit is rooted in facts, though. There are a lot of illegal Hispanics over here. So it's not like I was lying. But besides that, though, since that bothered a lot of Mexicans, what did I say that was flat out racist? From what I'm hearing, I didn't. So it's cap. Damn, this video is almost 50 minutes long. But yeah, man, shout out to my real fans. And shout out to the weirdo fans that I really don't want to be listening to my shit, but they can't help themselves. You know. Yep. You know, it's like somebody was telling me, bro, the only reason why they got mad at me and shit, and they started saying I don't know nothing about boxing, is because I wasn't glazing Canelo. That's all. That's where all this stems from, you know, because nobody's never like debunked anything I said. It was always, oh, he don't like Canelo, he thinks this. So they're saying I don't know shit about boxing. You know what I mean? I already know that, bro. So it's like, it is what it is. The only thing I ever heard IBFP keep it real about is when he said Canelo was a B-level fighter. And that bothered you guys. You guys were mad when he said that. That's the only thing I ever heard him keep it real about. Everything else, it was just what he like and what he don't like, not necessarily rooted in truth. You know, just like today, this nigga Benavidez never said he wouldn't fight Apataya, but he's calling him a flat out duck. Come on now. Anybody with a fucking brain can see that's bullshit, but whatever. Only thing I ever heard that nigga say that kept it real was when he said Canelo is a B-level fighter. He's not that good as a Crawford or a Mayweather. That, okay, yeah, he kept it real about that. But you can't say that, though, because that bothered you guys when he said that. When he said that shit, you guys were mad. You dig? So I don't know if you can use that. Because that's the only thing I've ever heard that nigga say that, okay, he's keeping it real. I can appreciate that. But again, when he said that, you guys were really upset when he said that shit. So I can't respect that. See, I told you, not listening. You know, it's funny. It's funny. The thing that's troubling is, and this is what gets on my fucking nerves. This is what gets on my fucking nerves. Okay, and one ballers. I'm assuming you're a Hispanic dude. You're non-black, I'm assuming. Now you said I called Steel Mills or Uncle Tom whenever I couldn't choose a black fighter to win. What happens every time somebody says something about a non-black fighter that's not positive or they don't get picked? What do the non-black people do? I'm gonna wait and see if he reply to that. I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to respond to that. Then you defend Haney's terrible performance against Ramirez. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, you ain't got no response. So since you scared to respond, I'm gonna say it. Every time somebody doesn't pick a Hispanic fighter or a non-black fighter, you guys get mad, right? But then you say when somebody, what did he say? When somebody checks a black fighter, I get mad. But then y'all do the same thing when somebody does the same thing to one of y'all fighters. Just like you guys were mad at me because I was keeping it real about Canelo. What were you guys doing? You guys were mad. So you're doing the same shit you're accusing blacks of doing. You dig? And one ballers, come on, bro. You might have to kill yourself after this comment. You said they judge fighters based off their performance. Why are they saying Crawford's overrated? Does Crawford fight like an overrated fighter? Come on, bro. Niggas just say whatever, bro. Canelo was his favorite fighter, the guy he built his channel on. Anybody who told him different before were a moron, idiot, and a dummy. Remember that, bro. Exactly. That's what happened. I kept it real about Canelo. They said I don't know shit about boxing. All this stupid shit. I ain't never seen a nigga this unhinged over fighters who don't know him. Battered bitch behavior. Man, I'm having a ball listening to this bum ass live. What? Bro, you saying it to the wrong person. Steel Mills, don't be no buster. Redirect that to Ibfp because that's how he acted when I opposed him on his bullshit Canelo takes. You saying this to the wrong person, bro. You got the wrong guy. You got the wrong guy. Ain't no battered bitch behavior over here. Real behavior over here. Bum ass live. It is what it is when it come to that. We still talking that shit though. The bum ass boxing expert, in my opinion, is you. But you saying this to the wrong person, though, bro. You saying that to the wrong person. If I was you, I would redirect that to IBFP. Now, Steel Mills, I'm gonna ask you something. Judging by how you answer is gonna let me know if you're real. Well, I know you ain't real, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. When I told the truth, when I told the truth about this nigga Canelo, right? What was IBF's response? Did he keep it boxing with me, or did he get on some whole ass personal shit talking about shit he really shouldn't have been talking about? Keep it boxing. What did he do? Would you call that battered bitch behavior? Don't be no buster. Keep it real. I know he's your so-called a fake friend or whatever, but keep it real. Oh, now you want to lie and shit. All right, whatever. He said he was in agreement with me, right? But yet he made a video talking shit about me, about my page. And then I'm hearing that he was critiquing how I look. He was like taking it on a different level with me. But you're saying he was in agreement with me? I get it. That's your boy. So you going cap. I understand. Didn't Mills beat you in the boxing debate? No, he did not. Go back to previous lives, Steel Mills. When you went against him, you will see that IBF Nuke put his little tricks on you, like asking you about Benavidez. Man, Steel Mills on some clown shit, man. So it kind of, like I said, homie or follower, bro. Like I said, bro, a guy that meat ride Canelo, a guy that built his channel off dick riding Canelo is a guy that he holds in high regard when it comes to boxing knowledge. That's Steel Mills for you. Steel Mills on that special kind of dumb. Special ed nigga. Special ed nigga with glasses, Steel Mills. Real gay talk. Real gay talk brought a race when Solidus-T jumped on the panel. Yeah, he did. Sup, Solidus-T. All right, this shit's an hour long. I'm finna jump off. Shit, I think these NBA games on Prime is on. I think let me check real quick. The Rockets and Pistons is playing. Yeah, let me go watch that. That's a good matchup. Let me go watch that. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I don't give a fuck. People talking shit, it is what it is. I embrace the haters. The haters are fans. IBFP, his audience are fans. IBFP himself is a fan. And that's what it is. We're going to keep rocking. That's what we're doing. When you say real niggas, don't include yourself. I'll leave it to the real niggas, but ain't no real niggas on IBFP, and you definitely ain't no real nigga. And if you think that, KYS, in front of your kids. We good over here.